Good morning, and welcome to Coffee with Christine. I am your host and founder of This Side of Chaos Women's Empowerment Coaching. In 2017, I had been an overweight, unfulfilled single mom for over 10 years to a young son. When I went through a health scare in 2018, I found the path to my purpose. Today, I am here to show you how you can create the life you want. Find the love you crave, even if you've been single for years. It all starts with self-love and coffee. Lots and lots of coffee. Let's get started with today's daily dose of love and caffeination.
Good morning, everyone. I am Christine. I am your host and founder of This Side of Chaos Coaching, and I am so excited today to have you here with me on episode 140. I can't believe that I've been steamrolling through these things since the beginning of the year, and there's been so much growth for me personally and professionally, and it's something that I can't thank you guys enough. All the women that I get to work with and interact with on a daily basis. And for those of you who are my paying clients, you guys are changing my life. I know that you're paying me to change yours, but you have no idea the amazing impact that you have on me as a person. And I consider you guys my friends, and I'm so grateful to be able to interact with every one of you. Now, today, this whole week, for me personally, I've been kind of struggling back and forth with a few things. And so it's stuff that I don't even know what I'm talking about up until I'm sitting down here in front of you. So I decided to try to put a couple thoughts together, but I wanted to kind of address the fact I came to a really heavy realization the other day. So a little bit of backstory. I am a breast cancer survivor. Prior to that, I was a medical assistant and I was working in women's health. And then I worked as a physical therapy receptionist for about 5 years. And I was doing that for about 5 years. And when I lost that job and then got diagnosed with breast cancer, I had some time to really get my health together, undergo the treatments, really pull through, feel really good about, despite the chemo treatments, I was feeling really good. So I started working at Hallmark, which is the card store. And that's where the life coaching started coming into shape and coming into form for me, because I realized that when I was working at Hallmark, I was able to put my all into these people. Here, let me help you find the perfect gift. Here, let me celebrate this with you. Let me help you through this rough time that you and your friend are sharing. So for me, working at Hallmark had been the crux of who I was as a person. Like, this is taking all my people skills and throwing me at it and paying me to do what I love. So when the opportunity came up to go back into what I knew as far as working for physical therapy, and I jumped at it because, there were some perks and benefits of working as a physical therapy receptionist. But I came to the realization the other night, and this was a very heavy realization for me, was that job is pre-cancer me, is pre-life changed me, is pre-grown me. And it was a very heavy realization because I've been struggling with feeling like I'm doing enough at work and feeling like I'm in place and feeling like I am where I belong. And it has nothing to do with the people. It's the job itself. And it was such a profound realization that I've grown so much from the last time I did this job, that I'm good at this job, but it no longer fills the hunger for what I do. And I know that I'm not the only one who has gone through that and has experienced it. And I want to express to you guys, I want you to understand that you're not the same person when you undergo something big and life-changing and just mind-shifting. When you undergo something like that, you grow, you shift, you change. You no longer fit into the box that the person you were 5, 10, 20 minutes ago even fit into. You've grown and you've developed even further. So it's almost like when you're outgrowing, it's the same concept. Your spirit, your soul, your experience is forcing you to grow. And you're outgrowing all your clothes as a kid, and it's the same concept that when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling grounded, when you're feeling not in alignment, it's because you've outgrown where you used to be and you're still struggling to fit into the next size up, right? So what I want you to think about is, how many lives have you lived? From when you were born to now, how many different people have you been? You're always you at the core, but who have you been? I was that rebellious teenager. I was military police. I was that lost single mom who was trying to figure out what she wanted to do. I was the medical receptionist. I'm the life coach, right? And that was just within the last 15 years. So thinking about that, how many changes have you gone through? How many lives have you lived in your lifetime? How many people have you been? And how have you grown? And how can you take the life events that you've been experiencing and take the journey that you've been on and work it to the best that you possibly can? Your journey is always going to be there to help someone else. You don't realize it, but it's true. And, but the one thing that is so super profound, when you take a look back on your life and you see the kind of lives that you've lived, what patterns are coming up for you? What theme keeps rolling in? Because when you see something like that, that's where a little bit of the mindset shift happens. When you're able to start figuring out for yourself what patterns are coming up and what I need to work on because they keep coming up, it helps pave the way for more growth, more insight, more clarity, and getting you to be the person who you're meant to become. And meant to be. And as that part of the journey, that part of the growth helps surround you with the people who are going to be part of that growth. It allows for the people to drop away who aren't going to be part of that growth any longer. And it's so cool to see the changes in the lives that you've been living versus the life that you're meant to be living and all the growth that happens in between. So I would love if you guys have any questions. I would love to know if you guys have experienced this yourself. If you guys feel that this is something that, you want me to talk about a little bit further in depth. Like, I feel like, we see our lives as one life, but I feel we discredit ourselves by saying that, because I feel like we've lived so many lifetimes within this one. How many lives have you lived? How many people have you been? And what patterns have you seen coming up? I'd be curious to see. All right. I hope you guys go and live today with the utmost passion. Think about it. Let me know what you guys think. And we'll meet again tomorrow, 7:30 in the morning. And I'll figure out what our topic's going to be before then. I love you guys lots. Go and live with passion.